Hello, this is Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Dan Laren. Welcome back to the Case of the Week. You know, typically we look at cases that were recently sentenced in the Fayette Circuit Court, but this week's case is something that happened 25 years ago. The prosecutor in that case is the prosecutor in Fayette County today, our Commonwealth's Attorney, Mr. Ray Larson.
Thanks, Dan.
Yes, sir.
I liked your show.
Well, thank you.
And we want to talk a little bit about what we call the Columbia's Steakhouse murder. It occurred in 1986 and tried in 1987. The two thugs that committed this murder were tried and convicted and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for 25 years. Now the 25 years is up, and the parole board held a hearing this past week, first for Eric Hayden, and then more recently for Clarence Jones, the other guy. And let me tell you a little bit something about the case first. The first photograph is the body of Clay Stafford Nelson. Clay was in the restaurant, the Columbia's Steakhouse on Alexandria Drive. These two defendants lit this restaurant on fire. The firemen, when they got there, dragged Clay's body out into the back, and that's where they found him. He had been stabbed 51 times by these bums with this knife. You can see a photograph of this knife, and it's been burned significantly. When they went inside, after they got the fire out, they went into the cooler and they saw that Clay Nelson had tied his tie around the inside to try to lock himself in the cooler because he knew these characters were trying to get in there and kill him because he was a witness. You see, Clarence Jones worked at the Columbia's Steakhouse. This is a better picture of that tie. Now, the significant part to me of this case is that Clay Nelson knew that he was going to be killed. He tried to keep these people out of the frozen food locker, but was unable to do that. He knew that they were going to get in. He knew that they were going to kill him. Think of the terror he must have felt. And what he did was give police a clue about who did this. And you can see right here, on the top of this cardboard storage box in the cooler, he had written the name Clarence in Thousand Island dressing. That was very important in the solution of this case. And we have a picture here of, they killed this young man for this. A little bit of money. It's disgusting. But that's not as disgusting as what the parole board did recently. When they first talked about Eric Hayden, this guy got a life sentence, and he's begging, of course, to be released early. And sure enough, the parole board reduced his sentence from a life sentence to 30 years. 5 more years he's got to serve, they say. Don't know what they're going to do with Clarence Jones, but we'll update you on that. And this is all in all, the whole parole board business is, well, it's discouraging to the innocent victims of crime. And this is just another example.
I don't think I can say it any better than that. Thank you very much. This is the Case of the Week.
I'm breaking rocks in the hot sun. I thought